Oxytocin is a real problem right now for Kirsten and Cameron. Guys, we have a lot to talk about. They can't hook up, but you know what? We've got all that and more here for you at AfterBuzz TV. So inducing Stitch NeuroSync in 3, 2, 1.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another Stitchers After Show here at AfterBuzz TV. We are so excited to be back here with you guys. Thanks for watching. If you can follow AfterBuzz everywhere at AfterBuzz TV, and I'm joined by my lovely panel. Where can everyone find you on social media?
Hi guys, I'm Karla Beltran. You can find me at Karla with a K, B-E-E, Travels.
Awesome.
Hey guys, what's up? I am Camisha Lauture, and you can find me at Camisha Lauture on Instagram.
Hi, I'm Becca Brown, and y'all can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Becca B, Text TV, and I'm impressed with your pronunciation at the beginning.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
I'm like, is that how you say it?
Oxytocin, yeah.
I was
See,
like,
she's got
I was
it too,
trying to
yep.
say it last night, and I'm like, no,
I can't do it.
It's just not gonna happen.
And you guys can find me everywhere at Mr. Dakota T Jones. Let's dive in. This episode is titled Perfect, and at first I was like, wow, that's kind of just like a real simple name for an episode.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I get it though.
Yeah, now we get it. But yeah, so Cameron and Kirsten are having this problem because, you know, Cameron's trying to run the lab right now with Maggie being gone, which I hate because I want Maggie back. I love her. She's one of my favorite characters.
I miss Maggie already, and she's only been
Right?
like one episode.
Come on,
I know.
where are you?
Definitely, but they're having this fun, you know, like he's sitting in Maggie's chair and she's like straddling him, and I don't know, things about to go down. But
Something's about to happen.
I mean, yeah.
Something sexual.
But Linus, of course, breaks the tension by saying, "Yo, guys, you guys can't do anything because, you know, the oxytocin levels are real, dude. Like, this is not going to work out." Right. So they're like, "Well, we can't do that because it's going to mess everything up." So what did you guys think whenever you found that out?
Well, I thought that sucked because they've already been like waiting for each other for like a long time, and now that they're together and they can do everything they want, it turns out that they actually can't really because so they have to go on and like wait again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hard, especially because they work together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine, you know, you're working with a guy that you're dating. The only thing that is going in your head is, you know, maybe I can't wait till I get home and stuff like that. But they can't even do anything, so it's crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, work is serious, what they're doing, so.
Yeah, it's like life or death, like whether or not, you know, she's going to be okay in the stitch or whether or not they're going to figure out things and do their job correctly. So it's like, oh, like that sucks.
I was just thinking, can we just like have an episode without the whole stitching thing so they can like get it on? Because I love Camston.
Take a week vacation.
They're like my TV couple, like my favorite TV couple.
Yes.
So the chemistry Emma and Kyle have. Come on, where do you find that on TV?
I know.
That's true.
That's so true. And the thing is, okay, so we see all this going down, and then Camille is upset. She comes in very hungover. She is so upset at Linus for basically ruining her career because it was his advice that really, you know, screwed everything up. So she's mad because, you know, he's kind of, she's like, you're going for the new brunette type of a thing. And then, I mean, it's kind of true, Linus, but at the same time, I really think that Ivy and him are going to do well because I like the way that they kind of fit together, if that makes sense.
I don't know if you watched our after show last season, but I was all for Camus, and I still miss Camus, and I think I said that last week. But I mean, if we can end up trusting Ivy, I'm on board for the whole Ivy Linus thing. But I still miss Camus.
I know, and they decide that they're gonna have to wait, and then closer to the end of the episode, Cameron is kind of upset at her because he thinks that she is not as upset about having to wait than he is, and he's having like a hard time with it. She's a little bit easier to be able to turn it off, I guess. You know, we see that ending scene where they're in the bed and she's like, all right, I'm good, are you? And he's like, yep. And then he like rolls over and he's like, so mad.
He's like, no, not good.
I found that part so weird, like when they were arguing about like who's hurting more. I just thought that part was cute though, you know, like they're both expressing. I didn't think they were gonna fight. I thought it was gonna be like something fun, you know, like I'm hurting more, you are but it totally just like went the opposite.
Right.
And they fought.
They're like,
so weird.
They're like, you know what? That's it. I'm going home.
Yeah.
Like, oh, shoot.
Just like that escalated
But she couldn't
quickly.
even go home, so that's the worst part.
I know. I gotta stay here.
Yeah.
It's like, we're not.
And then we also see that scene with Amanda and Camille kind of serenade each other, and like Camille relives her love for playing guitar, and she's never done it before. It's more of a private thing. So getting to see them kind of sing together.
And can we just stop and say how amazing she is at like
Yes.
not only playing the
So
guitar but like
talented.
singing? I was
I
like,
know.
wow.
I know. Becca and I had the chance to go see her band,
I was
Nice
gonna
Enough
say.
People.
Oh, really?
Yeah, her band is incredible, and so we got to see her sing live, and she's great. So we already knew she had a talent, but most people going into this episode had no idea that she could sing or play guitar.
Yeah.
Her band's name is Nice Enough People, and you can check out videos on my YouTube channel. Link somewhere on my Twitter account.
Yeah,
So
love them.
Yeah,
Videos
but can we
are
just
awesome.
talk about that part though?
Singing.
Like, as Camille and Amanda are playing, but I'm just seeing this whole different side of Camille.
Yeah.
Like she was shy,
Like
she was
the
a little
romantic
nervous.
side?
Yes,
Yeah.
she's always so bold and just like hard on. But at this part, I was just like, wow, this is a whole new
there's a
side
different
of
side.
Camille. You know,
Less
the right person brings out.
Yeah.
Less sarcasm, more like
Yeah.
into the love stuff.
Yeah,
I agree.
I loved
liked
it. I loved it.
I know, and it's crazy that like a woman can bring that out of her, you know, because with Linus, she was more like, I guess, dominating.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And
so-
then she almost seems like more of like a like
Yeah.
a little bit sensitive.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is new.
With
But-
Linus in the beginning, the
Yeah.
text
I know.
that hey Maggie, you know,
I don't know that. I don't know what you're
insert
talking
word,
Which
insert word here, slumped me,
Oh, when
and she's
the
like
text to
texting
Ivy.
Ivy, yeah.
Oh yeah.
about. Oh, okay, yeah. It took me a while. I was like, what are you saying? But yeah, okay. So in the end, Kirsten gets advice from Ivy, and they kind of bond. And seeing the sister moment, she's like, "Are we moving too fast for being sisters?" She's like, "Yeah, but I like it." And it's a comforting thing for them to kind of like be together and like be able to be sisters and give each other advice, and they're not like at each other's throats anymore.
Yeah.
You know, I still think Ivy's kind of holding out. She probably knows more about her dad than she's.
I still think
Actually
she's up to
telling her.
something.
Yeah,
You know,
she's
I
almost too
think so.
perfect.
I
That
don't
part,
think
yes, I
so.
was gonna
I
say
hope
that.
not.
That part just
Pun
seemed too beautiful just to like let it rock. Like something's gonna happen.
Definitely.
You know?
Yeah, definitely. Well, let's talk about the Stitch, because I like to kind of talk about all the emotional stuff first, and then we can kind of get into what the
All the
mission
romance
was.
stuff.
There's
and,
always like two big storylines
Yeah.
in this
Yeah.
episode. So okay, so this guy named Mark Broden was shot to death, we think, and his wife Barbara was a model. We think, okay, you know, maybe she has something to do with it, but he's a divorce lawyer who could not breathe, and then got shot apparently after cheating. Apparently he's had affairs with a few different people. But what
A
did you?
few.
Yeah. What did you guys
What's your
think?
definition of a few?
Yeah, seriously. Well, this whole episode kept me in the whole way through because, like, most of the time you could kind of figure out, like, oh, okay, I know, like, how he died, or, like, at least you get to see somebody. But this one, like, there was, like, 3 possible choices, and then they were all, like, they all had really good ideas as to, like, why they would kill him possibly. So it definitely kept me the whole way through. I loved it. I thought it was like fantastic the way that they played it out and everything.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Like when I think they call her the mummy or the Doc
Yeah.
Hollywood.
Yeah, Doc Hollywood.
Yeah,
Oh
so
my
at that part
gosh.
when they're at her office and she goes and puts the needle
Ugh.
at in Cameron's
yeah.
at Cameron's neck.
I was like,
thought,
what can
yeah,
never do?
I know. Cameron is being attacked in this whole episode.
Damn.
but-
Let's talk about her for a moment though, because she was intense. Like, she was someone who, I mean, as an actress being hired for this, that's her. Like, she's had all that work done, and
Oh, really?
I mean, I would assume. I don't
I
think.
thought they
I
did.
know.
I thought they put makeup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought
Makeup.
they did makeup.
I mean, those lips. I don't think you can like make those up. I think.
Yeah,
that
I thought
was
they
real
like
work.
drew.
You can
know,
do
like
stuff
some
with.
major
You can
lips.
do stuff.
You think so?
Yeah.
I thought she was like, whoa, like out of this world. Like, I was like, dang, like what is
No,
going
no,
on
no,
right
you
now?
That would
do
be so.
stuff.
Oh well, no, I don't want to sound rude in any way, but
Yeah.
it would be sad if like that would be the paper and she like had to play the person that was depressed about how she looked.
Exactly.
I don't know that they would actually make her.
Yeah,
I know
that's
that's
what
what
I
I
was
was thinking, but then I was like, I don't know, but
I mean,
Yeah.
that happens.
Yeah.
I mean, I think of other scenarios where people have to play,
Like
you know,
that
their
person.
type, you know.
Like
Right.
and kind of hate themselves in
Yeah.
a way. Yeah, I guess.
So I wouldn't be surprised, but also I
But
just
it's
thought it was
awkward
like
and sad, too.
makeup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I do know that she did an amazing job portraying this character either way, and I loved how she was just like gonna insert the Botox like right on in and like into his life. I was like, that's
Nowhere.
what
It came out of nowhere. So
I
it was,
know.
Like, crashed. Like,
I
what's
was
going
like,
on?
What is happening?
I'm not gonna read what was said, but Yvonne on the chat has some really great comments right now. And I'm like, yeah, true, to like half of what he's saying, but can't exactly read one of the comments on air. So.
I love when that happens. Tell us later. Tell us
It was
later.
kind of funny.
But before we move on to like all of this, there's a lot of sexy things going on in this show. We have the whole like sexiness of, you know, Camston and their like tension and everything, but then we have some more like crazy things happening with, you know, this guy, and it turns out that he's actually maybe this Miss Perfect isn't as real as we would think. But talking about sexual things and like underwear and stuff, let's just go ahead and get into this real quick. Okay, so this is like an awkward transition, but let's go for it. Okay, so there's this company called MeUndies, right? This is our little thing for the week. So have you guys ever tried these? These are like apparently really soft, really great. Basically, they're soft, most comfortable underwear you ever wear. Once you try them, you won't want to wear anything else unless you're naked or in your swimsuit. For every other second of your life, there's MeUndies. So every pair is sustainably sourced and made from micro modal, a fabric that's 3 times softer than cotton. And because MeUndies comes in all kinds of colors and patterns, and they release the new limited edition pattern each month that always sells out. Sam has tried them from the Shadowhunters panel. She was saying that they have like designers, like celebrity designers, come in each time to create the pattern, which is kind of cool.
Oh, that's so cool.
And if you're used to buying packs of uncomfortable, boring underwear that come in white, gray, black, or tan, MeUndies will change everything. So you can try MeUndies today. Go to and get the Celebrate pattern before they're all out, and you just go to MeUndies.com/buzz, and you'll save 20% off your first pair. And you'll have to feel for yourself to see why these have sold over 5 million pairs to date. But that's one of the reasons we're able to do these after shows for you guys for free, is we have an amazing sponsors like them. So make sure to get 20% off your first pair plus free shipping at the MeUndies.com/buzz right now. That's MeUndies.com/buzz. I'm definitely gonna have to get myself a pair. Those sound fun. They sound festive.
They sound really fun.
Yeah. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get back into this. I do want to say that we find out that this Miss Perfect is actually a doll. She was hiding in the like
Closet
secret
wall. Yeah.
Closet wall.
And it's funny. He like hides her after he like is getting all these chest pains.
Yeah.
I think it was really funny that like she was like, "Wait, don't put me in there again." I was like, "What?" I was like, "What?
Again?
What person is this?"
I was just really worried about her well-being.
Yeah.
Before we found out she was a doll, I was like, so she's been in a wall for like
2 days.
who knows how long?
Yeah.
Is it
Nice.
cool?
Yeah, and that was so weird when they went to go and look for her, and then she fell out, and then Fisher was like, "Is she dead, or is she alive?"
Yeah.
Like, do you not see that this is a doll? I was so confused at that point.
I know.
It had me dying.
I know. And that's so funny because he really
was
thought
really
that she was
confused too.
real. You know,
Yeah.
in his mind, like, this girl was real. I mean,
Yeah.
okay. Whatever. But it was just kind of crazy, and to see all that happening, and that was the first time that we've ever kind of seen a situation like that, like someone not being real but look real in the stitch. So that was pretty interesting. But basically, we find out that she's hidden in this chamber. They find out that she's not real, but they're thinking maybe that there's something more to do with this. So they decide to go to this place, the Paradise Alley of Love Dolls.
Love dolls, yeah.
Valley.
Oh, Valley.
Yes.
Valley.
And they kind of meet this couple, and I guess the partner that he had returned was modeled after Julie, which was, you know, this guy's
The owner. Like,
love. Yeah.
Can I just say that when they visited the creepy doll shop, realistic doll shop, I don't know what to call it. I was like, something about this guy.
I know. And they talked briefly about how, like, whenever he got upset before he, like, went to jail because he, like, beat someone up for not thinking his, or hitting on his wife. And I was like, well, that kind of gives it away. But,
I was like,
Yeah, because I think it might have been like a nervous thing. That's why he brought that up, because I was so confused. I'm like, why are you telling him to
I personally thought it was really weird that he was asking for a warrant when, like, most of the time, yeah, I don't think you really need one.
well, yeah, it was almost like, can we search? Well, actually, you're going to have to need a warrant. Like, he was kind of like, no.
Pretty much. And then he was like, "Oh, do you guys want to come see the dolls?" As like to kind of make up for like the fact that he didn't allow them to like.
I was like, do you
search
really
or
have
whatever.
time to like go search for dolls? Like, you got a crime to solve. What are we gonna?
Yeah.
But I mean, they knew like we might get some more insight.
Yeah.
no, I was like, I think that basically is searching though.
Yeah, in a way.
Them going to look at dolls.
Yeah. So basically, I guess this doll has a way of recording what ensues. But yeah.
According to Yvonne, the showrunner said that the love doll was a real person.
They just like.
But had like.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, in the dream or in the
Stitcher was a
Stitcher
real
was.
person.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah, but then obviously
I
that
was
little
confused.
plastic thing sitting on the table wasn't real. I would hope not.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Apparently, someone said it was.
I don't think so. That was very like plastic.
Yeah, it was super plastic.
Super plastic. I don't think that
And
you
it was
can
like
have that
made
much
out of
plastic
like
surgery.
That's
something
what
that
Yvonne
he was
said.
like, and it was like he was
I'm gonna
allergic to
IMDb
it.
this.
So yeah.
That's crazy.
That's what he
yeah.
cast.
And so basically they're wanting to get this chip to see like maybe in the recording something had happened, but what we find out is the fact that you know, he returned this desert flower one which was modeled after his wife because he thought it was ugly and not pretty enough. So that really made the guy mad, and you know, he was saying like, I'm allergic to this kind of plastic or whatever, so he made the next doll out of that plastic. So then that way
He died.
Sketch.
yeah, super sketch, because he was like all over this plastic, and then like I still don't understand, and maybe you guys can fill me in.
Figuring it out.
Yes, shout out to Linus, but maybe you guys can fill me in.
Linus.
Who shot him afterwards?
You know, I was
The
just
model. She said it.
The model, so like his wife?
Yeah, the model said that she went in and that she found it strange that he wasn't talking or he was quiet. She's like, he was
So,
too
like,
quiet.
making sure.
Yeah, so then, but she still shot him.
Was that
anyway.
the ex that went in? Because she had a gun or something. They had like questioned her before. The one who like was like, look at these, and was like showing her face.
at the
Yeah,
beginning.
but she wasn't the ex. She was the wife.
Oh.
So she was the wife, and then I think Doc Hollywood was just somebody like else, but I don't think he was ever married to Doc Hollywood.
Okay, yeah, because
Yeah.
the reason that he like
Interesting.
left her was because he was trying to make her look perfect and like having all these surgeries, and then she ended up looking too fake, and he didn't like that, so he moved on and left her. And then of course no one wanted to get their plastic surgery from
Done
her
with her.
because she looked
The way
maybe
she looked.
larger
Yeah.
than life. You know, she was like smashed. I'm like, whoa, that was a little intense. But yeah, like I just think that the whole thing was so complicated because there was like all these suspects and everyone wanted this guy dead. And, you know, even Doc Hollywood filled up his coconut water with Botox.
With, like, poison.
Yeah.
I see. I liked it. I think this is what I love about this show. All the stitches are like a puzzle. Like
Yeah.
you have to like kind of fit together.
Yeah.
Literally a puzzle because you only see like I don't know, a third of what actually happens in the first stitch probably.
Yeah. I know. And then
So-
in the end, we see, like, you know, Fisher shoots the guy in the shoulder because he's, like, got the needle and he's going to inject Cameron. And
Again,
and
Like,
he's
yeah.
he's like, here we go.
Cameron.
This
yeah.
whole episode.
Like,
I
stop
know.
hurting Cameron. Jeez, or trying to hurt Cameron. No, not allowed.
He's
I-
already being hurt by Kirsten right now.
I
Oh,
know.
his heart.
Bless his
Poor
heart.
baby.
He's
Yeah.
just having problems. He can't get any. And he's having all these people trying to
Like,
inject
seriously.
Botox into him.
I'm just saying, speaking of the guy getting shot, this show is playing no games this season. Like,
No.
how many people have gotten shot
There's been a lot of people
within the
getting
first
shot.
3 episodes?
Yeah.
Wow.
And so,
It's
you know,
intense.
Cameron is threatened and he's able to kind of break free, and they're able to kind of give justice to all because, you know, the wife is, you know, getting detained, and then obviously, you know, this guy. And seeing that everyone who had a part in it was kind of, you know, got what they had coming to them
Yeah.
was nice to see because, you know, I feel like on a lot of shows there's always like that one person who slips away
Yeah.
Yeah.
that just doesn't get charged for the
Slips
things that
under the
they
cracks.
yeah. And so, what did you guys think? Did you think that overall this was a great episode, or were you like confused, or like what did you think of it?
I love the episode.
Yeah.
Especially with, I mean, I'm going to go back to Cameron and Kirsten, like the whole situation with the oxytocin
Yeah.
and how they can't even be together. But I love the episode overall. I was just thinking, like, the season is getting more intense. Like, the
Yeah,
season
it
is
is.
so intense. And I love it. There's so much drama and action in
Yeah.
it, too. But I love this episode.
Well, I keep thinking back to, like, the first season, and I'm like, now they're, like, really getting into the whole, they're solving real crimes, I feel
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
crimes are getting more intensified. There's, like, more of a reason behind, like, what these people committing these crimes are doing. And the people committing the crimes are more violent than ever before towards the Stitchers team.
Yeah.
So they have to deal with a lot.
Definitely a lot more violence, definitely a lot more stuff going on, and like bad things happening where maybe they won't make it out okay. Like every time before it was like, okay, we just gotta stitch, we gotta figure it out, and blah blah blah. But no, these people's lives, all of their lives are at risk right now. They're still trying to figure
Poor
out.
Cameron in this
you know,
episode.
I wonder what's their inspiration behind these episodes. Like in an episode like today, not today, but episode yesterday. Like if that's inspired by an actual
incident.
Yeah. There is one that I really do think had something to do with it, and it's very gory. I'll just kind of like lightly go into it because I know that a lot of people in the Burbank community, you know, experience this or knew this person.
Stop. Like,
do you know what I'm talking about?
No, but is it? Oh, like it's a real case.
It's like a real
I think
case.
we're gonna. Okay.
What do you think? I
don't know. I just
She was like, stop.
Okay. No, but
I'm
okay.
pretty
So
scared.
basically, there was like a motorcycle crash, and like the person got flung up and got kind of like hung up on the sign, and so all the people going through traffic saw him up there, and so they mentioned that as happening in one of the last episodes. They briefly mentioned someone who had been flung and like hung up in the sign, and they had to go take them down, and a lot of people were upset because people were, you know, in the community kind of made fun of it or like made Halloween costumes where they were like dressed up with like a sign, and it was like, so that was like a big storyline in Burbank, North Hollywood area. This was maybe like a year and a half ago or so. So that was something that they kind of took, and I thought maybe, I mean, there's no recreating that. I feel like they kind of took that story and kind of went with it a little bit. So I don't know for sure, but I feel like that one I was like, oh my gosh, like that my friend's friend, that was them. And so I feel like they can kind of take different things and maybe elaborate on them more, or kind of like fiction, or like make them more of a story, I guess. So that was one that I was like, oh my gosh, like that was real type of a thing.
I feel like their inspiration is just like crime dramas, but it's like, let's tell crime dramas in a way that's crime dramas have never been told before.
Yeah. Well, like I said in the beginning, I thought this episode was one of like my favorites just because of the way that it was displayed. Like from the beginning, like you didn't know who was the one that killed him. Most of the time, at least you can have an idea, but in this one, I legitimately did not know who it was because like the first person, like after every person that was going, like nobody was the person, like it was this fake doll who it was. So I don't know, it was just like, it was very confusing. It reminds me of like other shows that just kind of like bother your mind, and you're just like, wait, I thought I was making the right decision.
Like I thought I had this.
Yeah, I'm like, I thought I was gonna be part of like
I know. And
the team soon.
Right, and you're like, well, maybe not. I got some
And
more
then maybe
practice.
they're not gonna hire me after all because I can't even figure out who killed him.
Exactly, me too. But
eventually we'll get hired by the
I hope so.
Stitchers program. It'll be great.
Seriously.
to be brought on. Yes. Okay, so I do want to talk about at the end there. It seems like everyone was kind of getting together. We see, you know, Ivy and Linus kind of getting together. We see Fisher and his wife in the shower.
I know.
Yeah.
And I said that last week. I was like, I really hope we see Fisher's wife.
Well, we saw her.
Yeah, we
saw
We
a lot of her.
saw everything of her.
We saw all of her to that last night, but it was an intense scene, but so that was like a little steamy shower scene, and then we see Commanda, as everyone is calling him, Camille and Amanda.
Is it Commanda?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's cool.
And so so we see them kind of
Okay, I'm down.
going at it a little bit. So everyone was kind of like getting their
Freeform in these love montages.
getting their lover, and then we see, you know, poor Kirsten and Cameron. She's like, oh yeah, I love that. That's so funny. Or she was like talking, and like it pans over, and like they weren't doing anything. They were watching a movie.
Yeah.
And so like I just felt so bad for them.
They're so cute.
I know.
Yeah, at the same time, they're still so cute, and I mean, I feel like eventually there's no holding back, and they're gonna break all rules.
Yeah.
And
probably.
something's gonna go horribly wrong with
Yeah,
Kirsten
like
stitching,
seeing
but
what the next
this sounds like
episode.
predictions.
Yeah, that
let's-
sounds like a
next-
prediction. Yeah.
Let's get into some predictions right now because we've got some.
We got some time.
Prediction. Now, your AfterBuzz TV.
Ooh.
Predictions.
I do have one. I'm gonna say it before I forget it because I do that. I would love that. Like, let's say Ivy gets more involved, and you know, we want to see, you know, Kirsten's mom come back in the picture and everything. Like, everyone in their family seems to be able to stitch, so I feel like maybe Ivy will take over and like be in the tank and be able to kind of stitch into some people. And then Kirsten will take a little break and be able to kind of be with Cameron.
Wow.
That's
And
what I
do some
think.
stuff
wow.
with Cameron.
Yeah,
That's
that's
an
what.
ideal.
That would actually.
There we
Okay,
go.
Ivy, let's do this. Let's get this plan.
All right, Ivy, suit
Yeah.
up. You know, you had your time with
But
Linus.
then
now
Linus is
it's-
gonna be so upset.
Yeah, I know.
Linus is gonna be like, "Come on, bro."
They can take turns. You know, it's fine.
Every other week.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be down.
Yes. What is your guys' predictions? Do you have any?
I personally feel that something bad's gonna happen while Maggie's not here.
Mm.
I don't know why. I just feel like I don't know. It just Cameron doesn't really have kind of like the authoritative type of personality, and Camille, instead of being a little bit more responsible about the situation and just kind of being like professional in a way where like, okay, I understand, like this wasn't given
Like, I
to
get
me
it.
because like I messed up, and then trying to like make up for it. She's just trying to like, she's just kind of being rude about it and like not trying to be helpful. So I have a feeling that because they're both not being like, they're not both on their A game, I feel like just something wrong is going to happen either next episode or like while Maggie's gone.
That's
so
a good
it makes me
prediction.
nervous.
I know, yeah, because she's kind of overbearing and kind of like silly, but she gets stuff done. Like Camille knows what she's talking about.
Yeah.
But then Cameron is just kind of like, I don't know, I'm not supposed to be in charge, and I was kind of expecting him to maybe be better at being in charge than he is.
You think
Oh,
so? I
I
don't
thought
think so.
that
Yeah.
I thought something totally different. I thought
Really?
he did a really good job, except
Really?
from the beginning, you know, where he messed up and was like, "Hey, Camille," and she's like, "What? You know,
Yeah.
you should have sent me this
Yeah.
last night." But I thought he was doing a really good job. Like he was no, he had like that balance of like work and play, and I thought he was really like serious when he needed to be. No, he was doing a good job.
I agree with that, but I think Camille is more of a leader.
Yeah, she knows
she
she knows
is.
her
She's more
stuff.
badass.
She really is. She's
Cam-
kind of like
She's
me.
quicker
Yeah.
on her feet. She knows what
Yeah.
she's doing. I mean, he couldn't even figure out how to like work the iPad. You
Yeah.
know? He's very,
I was
very
like,
useful.
oh.
I mean, he's very, very useful in leading the Stitch, but as far as being in control or like going on with the story and kind of knowing what's going on and kind of being in control of everyone, he didn't. I feel like he fell short, and I know that he's stressed out with a lot of things happening with Kirsten, and I know he's stressed out with everything, and you know, seeing him kind of lash out at everybody a little bit and not be able to gain anyone's respect or attention, that's what really stood out to me. So I think he's great at controlling, you know, he's like whatever what he does with those like
The
wires
Stitcher
and
thing
the
or
ball things,
Yeah.
and he's
The
like
Stitcher
doing his thing.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's his thing.
Even then, now he's having problems because he's like shaking while he's
Yeah.
doing it. So I mean,
Yeah.
he's got to figure
He's-
himself out.
He's got a lot on his mind. I don't think he can lead while having that much on his mind, most of it being Kirsten.
Yeah.
I mean, my
Yeah.
only concern is that, like we said, Camille's, she's a boss, but Maggie is very logical, and Camille's like, she'll just do anything just to kind of like get everything done, get whatever she needs to get done.
Which works.
So
However, that was very effective because that's how they were able to find the blow up doll, or like it's not the what is it called?
I guess
like
it's like a plastic.
plastic
I don't
doll?
know. It's definitely got
Love
more
doll?
substance within a blow-up
Yeah.
doll. That's for sure. I was like, whoa, this is intense.
yeah,
So-
but I'm not sure. Like you said, it does get
It
things
got-
done,
yeah.
but
Right.
Yeah.
but that could be a problem though, because things could go wrong, and she's just not logical about some things.
Definitely.
Makes sense.
She's a little more training, but
Yeah.
she could handle it eventually.
Maybe
She has
if she gets
potential.
out of her, you know, snarky ways and like really like respects everyone, because she has a problem with respect. She thinks that she's so great and funny and like witty, and I feel like
though.
she is. She's amazing. and she's one of my favorite characters. But I think sometimes she needs to just be like, okay, like we get it, you're snarky, you're funny, but like you know, there's people's feelings that you're stepping
Yeah.
all over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she needs to find that balance because sometimes she's just a jerk.
Yeah.
And it's like, we get you're under a lot of stress, but you got to be respectful to
Yeah.
people, you know?
I think once she gets that under control,
Yeah,
she would be a great boss.
definitely. Any other predictions?
I'm a little concerned about Cameron and Kirsten. That episode, we got a little glimpse of what the next episode might look like.
I don't know
And
if I saw that. What happened?
Kirsten says something along the lines like, maybe we shouldn't be together.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does say that.
Yvonne said they better not break up. I'm like,
I know, I'm hoping they
Like,
don't.
don't break up. They're meant to be together. They're meant to be.
I know. I'm like, please don't break them up right after we got them together.
I know.
Someone
like,
yells
it's-
Camille, and I'm like, no, what is happening to my characters in the show?
I know. And then we kind of saw that Camille may have been like gone for a few episodes this season. Like we saw like on social media, and like Jeff like retweeted something about it saying like, yeah, where is she or something. So like, I don't know
Is
if she'll
she?
be gone for a few episodes or not. I don't know. I'd hate
No,
to
I
see
don't
if
think
Camille was
so.
gone. I hope not. because Maggie is already on, Camille's gonna be on.
Yeah.
What? Like, we gotta have everybody back.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We gotta have our Stitchers squad.
I know. So I'm really interested to see how that all works out. But yeah, we're really working on trying to get some guests for you guys. The past 2 weeks we've been like maybe supposed to have guests, and it didn't quite work out. But we're talking with the publicist.
We're talking.
There's some good people that are on the table for coming in, so that would be a blast. We cannot wait to get them in and talk to them about the show. Yeah.
That would be really fun.
Who would you guys love to see in most?
Allison.
Yes, me too. Yeah, we really tried to get her on last season and it just didn't happen, but we did meet her and she's very sweet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. What about you?
I don't know. I think I like everybody.
Just
Oh,
everybody.
I know.
Like, I would love to have all of them.
Yeah.
I'd also love to get the writer in here, like
Yeah.
the writers.
Oh my gosh.
I was gonna say, Jeff, if you watch this, still need to come in.
Yeah.
We've been like talking. We talked back and forth on Twitter with him about coming in like multiple times last season, and
Has he responded?
he's like, yeah.
I think he's shy though. I don't know if he wants
Yeah,
to be
he's
seen on
camera
camera.
shy. And
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, Jeff. Come on.
No.
We'll give you a script.
Right, yeah. Right. Or maybe we can do like a pre-tape
Now's the
episode.
time
Yeah,
when
we
you
did.
reveal all the spoilers.
Yeah. Right here on our after show. But yeah, we're really excited, so make sure you stay tuned. We'll be releasing info on Twitter when we find out who's coming in when. But you guys, thank you so much for joining us. We've had so much fun, and you can find AfterBuzz TV everywhere at AfterBuzz TV, and you can follow me everywhere at Mr. Dakota T. Jones.
And you can find me on Instagram at Karla with a K, BEE Travels.
You can find me on Instagram as well at Kamisha Lauture.
Y'all can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Becca B Talks TV.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you next week, and until then, bye.
Ciao.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.